garbage. It's difficult out there for young people. I think it's extremely distracting world. We're the biggest companies in the world with the most advanced AI and tech in the world, designed to keep you distracted and addicted to screens, watching shit that is no good for you. So it's hard. And yeah, the kids are glued to social media, glued to their screens and obsessed with all this crap. And of course they are, because it's designed to be obsessive. And they have to make sure they're taking it in a way that's good for them. Inside of my school, the real world, we actually have an entire course on regaining attention and focus, because we know anyone below the age 25.
No fucking way. I spilled this shit. What the fuck? No fucking way, bro. No fucking way. Are you kidding me? Jesus Christ, bro. We got Sharon. What color is your Bugatti? What color is your Bugatti? Oh my god, I spilled it. It's like fucking, it's all over, bro. What color is your Bugatti? What color is your Bugatti? Oh my god, this looks so bad though. Like, I hope it doesn't taste that bad, because it looks terrible, bro. It looks absolutely terrible. Okay, 4 minutes and 30 seconds, right? Yeah, it should be 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Yeah. It smells terrible. It's just, the fuck? Dude. Okay. Shit. Smells terrible. I gotta wipe it again, bro. Smells terrible, bro. Before it's my fucking thighs, bro. 그래요. 9시에서 5시 같이 일하기 싫어. 학교 똑같은 거 아니야. 직장이야. 그냥 똑같은 거 아니야. I don't want to find 9시 출근, 5시 퇴근. 그 스케줄을 벗어나야지. 그게 맞는데 어떻게 벗어나냐. 건이 되겠네. How do you escape? That's a question, though. How do you escape that 9 to 5 cycle job? Yeah, the problem is you can't work for other people, bro. You always lose money if you work for other people. You always do, bro. You just always do lose money if you work for other people. You gotta work for yourself. It's not a good investment, bro. Tell you. Huh. What do you want to do? Well, I got 7 months plus. That's good, but I feel a little bit more, I don't know, I guess. A little bit more. I feel like there's a little bit more time, you know? Wait, isn't this. Hold up. When is the next. I forgot when the next thing is. I should call. And figure out the time.
미래의료 한도하는 중앙대학교 병원입니다. 진료 예약은 1번, 검진 상담은 2번, 응급의료센터는 3번, 책봇은 4번, 장례식장은 5번, 비탈 상담은 0번을 눌러주십시오. 다시 들으시려면 우물정자를 눌러주십시오. 입력 시간이 초과되었습니다. 진료 예약은 1번, 검진 상담은 2번, 응급의료센터는 3번, 책봇은 4번, 장례식장은 5번, 비탈 상담은 0번을 눌러주십시오. 다시 들으시려면 우물정자를 눌러주십시오. 진료 예약은 1번, 검진 상담은 2번, 응급의료센터는 3번, 책봇은 4번, 장례식장은 5번, 진료 예약 일정 확인은 1번, 진료 예약 및 변경 취소는 2번, 진료 예약은 3번을 눌러주십시오. 다시 듣고 싶으시면 우물정자를 이자 진료 예약 일정 확인은 1번, 진료 예약 및 변경 취소는 2번, 진료 예약은 3번을 눌러주십시오. 다시 듣고 싶으시면 우물정자를 이전 단 고객님의 진료 카드 번호 8자리 또는 주민 고객님은 진료 예약인 1번, 검진 상담은 2번, 응급의료센터는 3번, 장례식장은 4번, 비탈 상담은 0번을 눌러주십시오. 다시 들으시려면 우물정자를 진료 예약인 1번, 법제 진료 예약 일정 확인은 1번, 진료 고객님의 진료 카드 번호 8자리 또는 주민번호 13자리를 입력하시고 우물정자를 눌러주십시오. 고객님은 진료 예약된 내역이 확인되지 않습니다. 상담원 연결 원하시면 0번, 전화 종료를 원하시면 1번, 초기 단계로 넘어가시려면 별표를 눌러주십시오.
왜 확인이 안 되냐. 짜증나네. This still smells bad. What the fuck? I mean, here it is. I think it still smells bad and looks terrible, bro. I mean, it's way better than when it was cold, but it still looks bad, bro. There's no meat in here. What the fuck? This is all the meat there is. What the fuck? Can't see it, but man, there's barely any meat in here. I do have to find 알바 문자. That's urgent. Urgent. Left all my stuff there. Don't chase after. 이성용 선수 특 대부분 중거리 슛 잘 때려야 되는데 하나도 안 들어감. Andrew Tate.
Can't focus on anything. If you were to say, here's how you make money, go, they'd try, but after 10 minutes, because it's not flashing colors and dopamine, they can't do it. They can't read anything. They can't focus on anything. They're just addicted to TikTok screens and just new video, new video, new video, new video. So like people have lost their minds in real time. They've lost their ability to focus on anything. So we actually...
Obviously, individual streamers themselves are not the problems. They're there for entertainment. But also, I do agree on certain points that Andrew Tate makes in this discussion of people's attention spans who drop like...
Andrew Tate joins me again. Andrew, good to see you. Good to see you. I've genuinely been amazed by the reaction I've had in the streets. Not just here, but I went to Qatar for the World Cup, had the same thing there. A lot of people coming up about Cristiano Ronaldo, obviously, but also a lot of people coming up about you. And they were almost exclusively men, young men, who genuinely see you as a role model, as somebody who inspires them, as somebody they want to be like. Yeah. So that made me think, the first interview you had was quite combative. The second time, a short interview, less so. I want to try and work out in this one who you are, because it struck me as extraordinary that Google this week revealed some stats for the year. The #1 person whose name followed people Google searching who is in 2022 was Andrew Tate.
Yeah, that's quite remarkable. I think there's a whole swath of the population, especially young men, that feel disenfranchised. They feel disenfranchised with the media machine and the things they're supposed to believe. They don't feel an affinity with the educational systems or the culture. And they look at a person like me who stands up and says the things that many young men think. I haven't put a magic spell on the world. The fact that people like what I say means that they agree with me deep inside. They may be afraid to say it themselves, but I am seen as a bastion of free speech and a bastion for masculinity as a whole, because a lot of men are largely forgotten about.
Do you think you're a force for good, or are you a force in evolution where perhaps you've done and said stuff you shouldn't have done, and as you get older, perhaps as you get bigger, more follow around the world, you sense a responsibility perhaps you didn't have early on?
Well, we all evolve. Every human evolves day by day. You wouldn't be human if you didn't evolve on an hour-by-hour basis. But I do not think I'm a force for good. I absolutely not really know I'm a force for good, because I'm a force for truth. And truth is a good thing. Without truth, we're going to end up in absolute tyranny and slavery, and we're already on our way there. I feel like we're starting to combat it. My cancellation was the beginning of a change in public consciousness. Elon having Twitter is another beginning of the change in public consciousness. And anybody who stands up and speaks what they truly believe, even if it's something I don't personally agree with, I think that truth is absolutely important. And people's personal truths and people's personal opinions, even on differing sides of the same opinion, should be heard.
Tell me about your life. You were born to a mixed race couple. Your father was an African-American, a chess player. And your mother, she was from this country.
Correct. Yeah. So my father was black chess player. He was in the Air Force. He met my mother here in England. And then I was raised initially in the United States. And then I moved to Luton, England when I was younger. So I've moved around a lot. I've lived an eclectic life in many different scenarios. We've moved around. I've done a lot of different things, lived a lot of different experiences. And
what nationality are you? I mean, what do you identify as?
I consider myself British now, but I will say that part of me, the patriotic Brit inside of me, is devastated by the state of the UK currently. And I want to make that very clear. The patriotic Brit in me truly loves this country, and seeing what's happening to it, especially to our major cities, is almost heartbreaking to watch in real time.
In what way?
It's falling apart. This is a failed society. By every metric you can possibly measure, it is absolutely and utterly failing. The cost of living crisis, the crime rates, everything is falling apart. If you compare it to a country like the United Arab Emirates, you compare it to a city like Dubai, London, which should be the greatest city on earth, is failing in absolutely every metric because our leadership is a joke. If you look at Dubai and the UAE, the leadership there is so flawless, so genuinely genius. They saw ahead and built almost a utopia. And then you look at London, you can't even walk around with a watch on. It's disgusting.
You know, it's very interesting. I was in Qatar for the World Cup. Obviously, a lot of people in England taking a very censorious moral view about the World Cup being in the Middle East at all, because of their laws against homosexuality, because of their treatment of migrant workers. I've got to say, not that I don't share the concerns about those things, of course I do, but I found a lot of the virtue signaling, and I think that's what it was in many cases, about the whole region, actually quite distasteful. Because when I was in Qatar, I thought the World Cup was fantastically well run, incredibly good experience. But a lot of Qataris were saying to me, you know, there's this weird, quaint feeling back in your country that we all want to aspire to behave like that we all want to live in a country with massive drug problems, with massive knife crime issues, with scenes like the European Championships final where it's complete lawlessness going on, where stuff like the NHS, the system of healthcare, is basically collapsing, where the education system is dropping behind, so on and so on and so on. It's a really interesting perspective. They were like, I know you all think that we want to have your form of democracy and your form of life, but actually we're fine, thanks.
Absolutely, because it's a failed society and it's godless. I think it's disgusting. We leave our old people to rot in old people's homes, and then we sit there and say we don't have enough money for nurses. I understand this nurse strike very well and how frustrating it can be if you walk into a hospital and the nurse is not prepared to work. But the nurses would be prepared to work at the current wage if they believed this country was spending its money prudently. When you see this country spending its money and just absolutely wasting it, pulling out of thin air to fund proxy wars, God knows where that has nothing to do with them. Of course, as a nurse, you're going to stand up and say, well, can't I get a pay rise? This country has failed on every metric, and especially our major cities. I've just come to London now. I made it very clear to my private jet pilot. I said, fuel the jet and leave it running, because the second I finish talking to peers, I'm leaving this cesspit. It's disgusting. This country and London as a whole 10 years ago was one of the most hospitable cities on earth. Now you cannot walk around safely with a watch on. And you're a full-grown man. You're a full-grown adult. When's the last time there's been a serious problem in your life that you completely ignored and it fixed itself? Never, ever. What are any of our politicians doing to fix any of the problems we're
Well, I saw today that Sadiq Khan is planning to run again for a third term of office as mayor. All I can say is everyone I know who's had any experience of crime at any level in London in the last few years has had a bad experience of it, of the way it's been handled. You know, I mean, I can give an example. I can reveal this now. I've talked for 18 months. I got a specific death threat on one of my son's Instagram pages in public, a public comment. And it was very specific about what this person was going to do. I couldn't use the police to evade him. We know where you live. We're going to come and kill you. And then the second one, threatening my son and his mother, my ex-wife. I called in the police. I thought, I'm not having them putting death threats on my son's. Sure. I called the police. Police investigated this. They arrested somebody over a year ago. And then I heard from the police this week that despite 18 months of investigation, of a publicly posted comment on Instagram threatening to kill me on my son's Instagram, that they will not be able to pursue the case. Now, I thought, imagine, I'm high profile. This was a front page of the Sun newspaper. This story.
That same man called a transgender person the wrong pronoun. Good. And here we are. We're saving the world. This is it. Why will no one say it?
You are scamming people.
I sit here and I do not think I've made any mistakes, but I was not scamming people any more than anyone else involved in that. Like, it was just MySpace and brand new Facebook. And I don't think that many people would sit and find a way to make a lot of money with a very profitable business and go, oh no, let me throw this away and just find another one. That's not how the world works.
Now, okay, right now, if I gave Andrew Tate $1 trillion,
is that it?
Okay, let's say an amount.
If I gave you
really
no. If I gave you $1 trillion,
okay,
what would you spend it on?
The problem is there's nothing to buy. I already have this problem.
Yeah.
And I already have the problem that there's genuinely nothing to buy. You buy some clothes, you got some clothes.
Yeah.
I have 30-something cars. You get all your cars. I keep buying new ones because there's nothing else to buy.
Yeah.
You buy 20 diamond watches. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
There's nothing to buy. I have everything, bro. I need someone to invent something that I want. I don't want anything that I can already afford everything on the planet.
Buy the moon. I don't know. Buy a spaceship.
I don't really want to go to space. There's nothing.
Do you believe there's life outside of Earth?
Yes. I don't know if that, how that fits in religiously, but I do think that logically it would make sense.
So do you believe in aliens?
Yeah.
Yes. Do you?
I definitely do. I think definitely, like, if I don't think that there are aliens, it'll just be a very sad life. Like, we're just gonna live and die and that's it.
Completely.
What do you think the purpose of life is actually?
From an animalistic perspective, we're just here to procreate. Completely.
That the Erdar.
Oh, it's so hot here, bro. Fucking animalistic perspective. Here to procreate, bro.
Our aliens will just be a very sad life. Like, we're just gonna live and die and that's it.
Completely.
What do you think the purpose of life is actually?
From an animalistic perspective, we're just here to procreate and reproduce and spread our genes. But perhaps it's a journey of discovery.
Because I always think, like, there's 7 billion of us, right? And we're all gonna die.
But why does it have to have a purpose? Who said life has to?
Wouldn't it suck? Like, we're just gonna live, die. Like, there must be something we're not like.
Sometimes life sucks, bro.
You think so?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could answer the question from a religious perspective. I can answer the question from an evolutionary perspective. But to answer the question from a philosophical perspective, there doesn't have to be a meaning.
Yeah.
Sometimes things just suck. Bro, there are babies that are born that die same day. It's just unfortunate. That's just life. Nothing has to make sense. It doesn't always have to make sense.
Yeah.
Do you think life is a test?
If it is, I would like to think that the number one test is if you're going to be true to yourself and honest in the face of all adversities and all the people trying to tell you to be quiet, because I think everybody's facing a similar version of a much smaller version of what I'm going through. You're trying to tell the truth and people are trying to stop you from doing it and tell you you're wrong.
Yeah.
True.
I think you should just be true to yourself and true to your heart. I think that's the true test, because that's where real happiness lies. I want to make it very clear to people that you're never going to be happy if you're not honest with yourself and living your true experience that you want to live on this planet. When you're on your deathbed, you're going to look back at your life and say, did I do what I really want to do?
Yeah.
Did I say what I really want to say? Did I call Balenciaga pedophiles? Yes or no?
Yeah.
That's what you're going to look back on. So you have to find the honesty and the bravery to do that, because that's the most important thing you can do as a person.
Getting onto the topic of women now, before I ask the questions, how's your, because obviously you have a mom and you have a sister.
Yeah.
how's your relationship with your mom and sister?
Good.
Do you think women can be leader? I guess she just wants to stay quiet about it right now. What do you think? Andrew Tate says men can have more than one woman, and this is a norm, and this is how it should be.
I think it's obviously something that should be first discussed, like with the girl initially. Like, I mean, I personally.
Hi, Andrew. I'm the girl. I don't want you to have more than one girl.
So no, but that's the thing. If they don't, if like.
No, be honest, because my sister has very strong opinions about this off camera. But then when I told her, I was like, Andrew's gonna come here and you're just not gonna say it.
So my main thing, and like when I look for someone, is loyalty and trust. Like it just, I can't, like, if there's no loyalty and trust, and like, look, that's the thing. I would obviously ask these questions, like in the beginning, so to clear it up. And I think that's what it is.
No,
like,
it wouldn't work that way because no man's going to sit there and say, yeah, I'm going to cheat on you. So you can't have discussions about it. And I understand you look for loyalty, and I agree you should have a man who's loyal to you, but men show loyalty in different ways than women. Women show loyalty through sexual exclusivity. Men don't show loyalty that way. Men show loyalty in a bunch of other ways. One of them is financial. The other is taking care of the woman. The fact that I would have a woman that I pay her bills, take care of her, give her a sheltered life, spoil her, look after her, try and make her smile, give her all these things, put her on private jets, take her around the world and make sure that she's happy in nearly all realms with no concerns. That's loyalty. Just because I spend a night with one random chick every once in a while does not mean I'm not loyal to her. Whereas a woman is the completely opposite way. Men, for the longest period of human history, have not been sexually exclusive. And now we're living in a world where we pretend it's normal for men to be sexually exclusive. They never have been. And we're also in a part of the world now where most men have more than one wife. So it's kind of interesting to see.
Do you think that's okay, Lana?
I mean, I don't think like old guys are like that.
Of course, because you can get a Nissan. Isn't it great how life goes full circle?
Yeah.
You can get a nice, reliable Nissan. Nobody wants the Nissan but you, because to you it's trusty and old. It's got a bit of rust, but it's okay. But guess what happens when you're a Ferrari? Everybody wants to spin. That's life. That's life. And if you're going to be with a top tier male, you're going to have to accept. If you're going to be one of the best men on the planet, the most desirable man on the planet, who fixes all of your problems, who's hyper competent, who can get all of the things that you need done, who excites you, who's interesting, who's spontaneous, who takes you nice places. You're never bored to spend time with him. You're never bored in bed with him. He never lets you down. You're going to have to accept that this man is going to eventually, over a long enough time period, occasionally do some extracurricular activity. And you're just going to have to accept it and get over it and ignore it. Because that's what happens when you have a top tier male.
Okay, here. Listen, first off, if I were to agree on something polygamous, it would be in the sense that the guy would have them like the 4 wives, right? Okay. But I won't agree on a guy being like with 20, 30 girls, like outside of being like serious. You know what I mean? So I don't think like, I mean, I've seen from previous like people that I know, like they sort of like the lady knows that the guy is with so-and-so. So he already knows like the girls, and they already been sort of introduced because he sort of lets her know. But I just don't, I personally as a woman, I don't like having like an unknown like guy with
I'll
millions of people.
Andrew said this to me last time. He said, listen, if I'm a high value man, that even I'm not going to tell my woman, but she's not dumb enough to not know that I'm not messing around with other women.
But like with a million of people, I just think like there should be a limit to things. I think it's very unhealthy. Everything, if you do too much of it in life, it becomes very unhealthy.
Do you think that makes Andrew a bad person?
I'm not here to judge him. Only God
Judge
can
me.
judge him.
Judge
no,
me.
I would like.
Okay, based on him saying, listen, I will
judge.
never be fully and utterly loyal to my girl.
Judge me.
Does that make him bad?
I mean, did you tell your girl that?
No, he won't.
Are you not honest with your girl?
No, but okay. So let's stay here for one thing at a time. Firstly, I want to destroy the myth of females pretending they want honesty because they don't. So when you're honest with women, you get just headache on both sides. They don't want honesty. When you come to a woman with honesty, it's just they're not ready to handle it. They are not prepared for it, and it also lowers your status as a man. I don't have to sit there and say, "Hey, I'm going to do this." The point is this. Every king, every sultan, every sheikh, since the dawn of human time, had more than one woman. All of them. Every single one, always. That's all of recorded history and the modern world. So to sit and come along and say that king-level men, not Joe Schmo, king-level men are going to be stuck with one woman and they're not allowed to do anything else outside of it ever is garbage. If you go and you actually experience time with top-tier males, if you go hang around with a Russian oligarch, or you go hang around with the richest guy in Bangkok, or you hang around with anybody anywhere on the planet, he has more than one woman. That is a fact. So
I'm not against it.
So if you're a woman and you prioritize loyalty, sexual exclusivity, not loyalty, because like I said, male loyalty is different than female loyalty. I am completely loyal to my woman. I can be completely loyal to all my women at once. I'm completely loyal because I fix all their problems and I tolerate them and go out with them and deal with all their crap. So I'm very loyal.
I don't think that's
I'm
the
very loyal.
definition of loyal.
It is. No, but it is. But it is. That is the definition of masculine loyalty. But if we're going to talk about sexual exclusivity, if you're going to prioritize sexual exclusivity over all other things, that's fine. That is like prioritizing reliability of a car. Get a Nissan. But if you're going to prioritize the man's ability to fix your problems, his financial means, his looks, his ability to make you excited, his ability to make you have fun, his status, his fame, if you're going to prioritize those things all above sexual exclusivity, then get a Ferrari.
Yeah,
then you get fun, you
well,
get excitement. That's life. You can't get it all. You can't have it
I
all.
have to be more specific. Okay, look, I'm totally for a guy being serious, like with the woman, taking care of the woman. I get that.
Okay.
But what I'm against is a guy going out there and hurting women. Like, women who look up to them, they like them, and they just go with them, like, and the girl feels used, and they don't take them serious. I just think that behavior is what I don't support. I feel like, okay, if you're gonna have multiple girls and wives, whatever, like, you should be committed to them.
Okay, so
and
you
take
agree with
care of
multiple
them.
wives.
Yeah, I obviously, because I'm Muslim. I really,
As long as
So-
there's transparency.
I feel like a guy if he has the potential to take care of more than one woman, it's acceptable. But I don't believe that a guy should start like playing games with women.
Well, I don't think it's about playing games. I don't.
A lot of guys are doing this for fun.
Okay, but women are sovereign individuals, and if they decide to be with a man, if they're a full-grown adult, they decide to be with a man, right? We can't be. I don't want to be misogynistic here.
But
I don't want to be a
guys are,
misogynist.
like, deceitful. They really trick women. They
Why?
say a lot of things.
They say things aren't
bring-
true.
Yeah, and I don't agree with
Women do the same to men.
that. Not all.
Of course, not all women, not all men. That's human nature. That's my point. That's human nature. But we're discussing the specifics, and I'm just trying to make the point that women who say, I want a man who is loyal, that matters most to me, that's doable and that's fine. If you sacrifice a bunch of other qualities. But if you don't sacrifice those qualities, the kind of man you are looking for is never going to be loyal. You have to make a choice. And I use the car analogy because to me, it's so simple. I don't know where the confusion is. If you prioritize reliability, get a Nissan. If you prioritize performance, get a McLaren. You cannot have both. Your McLaren might be a little bit reliable and the Nissan might have a little bit of performance, but you cannot have Nissan reliability and McLaren performance in one vehicle. That is against the laws of nature. It's against physics. It's against reality.
Now,
you must choose.
I'll jump in. I definitely agree to a certain extent what you're saying, but why not just be transparent about it?
Well,
Trust me, there are women out there that would agree
Yeah, they
to
would.
this, and I know
you
I've
can
seen
be.
it.
You can be. But I'm not saying the point is it's about me specifically. You can be. And I'm not even going to tell you whether I am transparent or not transparent. I'm just talking about in general. You can be transparent. That's up to you. It's up to every man who decides what they want to do.
And
But
it's so much more peaceful, you know what I mean? 'Cause,
Cool.
like, the girl is totally happy. She'll start hanging out with your other wife or your other girl, and they become best friends. And life is less stressful because you
Agreed.
can go.
Agreed. But the actions, my point is that the actions are not dependent upon transparency. The actions are going to take place anyway if you have that kind of man, whether he's transparent or not, or whether you accept it or not. That's just how it's going to be.
But would you be transparent? That's our question.
I don't lie. I'm not a liar. But I'm not also going to sit my woman down and go, hey, it's 9 a.m. By the way, I'm going to do this today. It's just
No,
like,
no. If
So,
she asks
so if your girl
you-
says, "Hey, Andrew,
who's this chick? Oh, yeah, I was with her a few days ago. Don't worry about it. Done.
now actually, this is something I've never seen anyone do with you. Maybe you won't even do it with me, but it's actually kind of a silly one. But I want to do an Andrew Tate IQ test.
Well, IQ test is pattern recognition. This is just general knowledge.
Okay, general knowledge.
Okay.
All right.
Let's make it clear, because if it's all pop culture crap and I get it wrong because I don't consume pop culture, I don't want to think I have a low IQ.
All right. So, first question. All right. What metal is heavier, gold or silver?
Gold.
That is correct. What are the first 3 planets in our solar system?
Mercury, Venus, Earth.
Are you serious? He got that?
That's correct.
What?
How did you know? I have no
I
idea.
forgot that.
I was gonna
used
say
to be
the
a
moon.
nerd at school.
What is the most widely spoken language in the world?
It's either English or it's Mandarin Chinese.
It's Mandarin Chinese.
What?
Wow.
This guy is super
All right, guys, this is
smart.
not planned. All right, this is not. You're just gonna make it look like. Okay, a lot smarter than I thought. How many countries are there in the world?
That's a really
Oh,
good
that's
question.
really-
172?
195. I didn't know that either.
No, I didn't.
Not so smart after all.
All right.
Well, it's constantly changing because a bunch of countries are new as well. South
Wow.
Sudan, North Sudan. That was
Oh,
quite
yeah.
recent.
Okay, so
It's
he
constantly
couldn't
changing.
know.
All right, longest river in the world.
Nile. No, the Amazon.
It's the Nile.
First answer, almost.
Which president is on a US $1 bill?
George Washington.
Yep. Okay. Which state is Area 51 in?
Nevada.
Why would you know that? Are you part of the? Are you part of that
Part of the
little
Matrix.
conspiracy theory?
Part of the Matrix.
How do you know these questions? Like literally, I don't.
Okay,
These were written like 5 minutes
for
ago.
real, like, do you study some like information online, or is this stuff you've been
No.
talking to
Just
people?
busy attacking the Matrix and finding the truth. That's
All right, this is something you might know because obviously this is like down your field. Who was assassinated on February 21, 1965?
Oh, JFK.
Malcolm X.
Oh, Malcolm X? Sorry, I don't know why I said JFK.
I
But
don't
as
know.
soon as you said assassinated, JFK came to mind.
All right, that is our little quiz. I think what was that, like 9 out of 10?
Yeah, he did.
I did all right.
All right, now obviously we're almost done. I want to ask you, what is the best advice you could give to someone out there watching this?
The best advice I can give to somebody out there watching this is as follows. If you've watched all of the podcasts so far, you must be semi-interested in my point of view. You must understand that I am saying things in a semi-censored degree because we are here live broadcasting to the world. But if you agree with what I'm saying, money's not real. I have this saying and nobody seems to understand it. I say money's not real. And people say, what do you mean money's not real? What do you mean money's not real? Money isn't real. It's just numbers. It's all fucking invented. It's printed from the sky. It's garbage. Easier than ever before to make money. People don't even think about this stuff. They don't use their brain ever. They don't ever look around and realize how they're spending their money. They don't look around and look at which businesses are successful. They don't look around and pay attention to anything. They don't look at the world and all the things that are happening, how it can benefit them. Me and my team, we're watching the news. Okay, how can that make us money? How can that make me money? How can that make me money? Right. It's a different attitude. They know all about the football results. Right. They know all about Rihanna. Yeah. They know all about that crap, all about Love Island. So if you're going to be a lazy dummy watching Love Island and not paying attention every time you spend money and not try and think and use your brain, guess what? You're gonna stay fucking broke. The average people come to me and say, what do I do? I'm just the average guy. And my only answer is stop being the average guy. It's my only answer. You can't just be the average guy anymore. The idea from the 1950s that you can just be the normal, average, law-abiding, hard-working citizen and you'll have a good life is gone. Any man out here who goes, I'm just gonna work hard, do my bit, and obey the laws, and I'll have a good life. No, you won't. No, you will not. Just doing your job is never gonna make you rich, because you're just gonna be taxed into infinity and you're gonna stay broke. So just obeying laws and doing your job now has set you up to be a peon and a slave for eternity. Man, it's about to be worse than ever before. It's gonna be have-nots and have-yachts. It's always been that way. Yeah. But it's gonna become worse and worse as inflation gets out of control, as the price of assets soar, the richer and become.
Dude. Stop consuming garbage, man. Don't consume garbage. Pick up our.
Hey, what's up, guys? Back in Bridgman has finally evolved in Clash Royale. The number 33 player in the world swapped Zap for Rage and pushed out a ton of rats. Rage is essentially Zap, but better for Bridgman. After the balance changes, it does the exact same damage as Zap, but it makes your units move and attack faster. Using Rage, you can quickly remove skeletons and bats while helping your units move closer to your opponent's.
Oh. Wow.
Yo.
guys, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you my games that got me to #1 in the world. If you guys enjoy the video, please make sure to like and subscribe, or above again, of course. Alright, so in the first game here against this guy, I'm just going to go for a Spirit Goblin Barrel. I know that this guy plays with E-Giant, so it should be a pretty interesting game here. Just going to go for a log on the bomber, just a cycle. Okay. Just want to see if he predicts my princess, because I faced this guy like 3 times in the last days, and he always predicts my princess on the left lane with something at the bridge right away for some reason when he doesn't even know if I have it yet, so I tried to put it on the right this time, but he had to waste the Phoenix and he used cannon, so it's like +4 elixir for me right there, because he wasted the Phoenix. Gonna go for a Spirit and Barrel here, force him to Bar Barrel. Okay, he goes for a NATO, that's good for me. Gonna get 1 shot and a Spirit Jump, which is really good. Phoenix. Gonna go for a Spirit and Barrel here. Force him to Bar Barrel. Okay, he goes for a NATO, that's good for me. Gonna get 1 shot and a Spirit Jump, which is really good. Okay. Pretty nice start so far. Just gonna go for log on the tower, see what he wants to do. E-Giant is a pretty interesting matchup. This version of E-Giant is probably my matchup. He tried to predict it again. It's probably my matchup, but he has a lot of winning chances with the Golden Knight and the Phoenix. Okay, he'll probably just go for a Phoenix or a Gold. He tried to predict it again. It's probably my matchup, but he has a lot of winning chances with the Golden Knight and the Phoenix. Okay, he'll probably just go for a Phoenix or a Golden Knight on my princess, so I can't really protect it anymore. If I Mighty Miner in front of the princess, he'll just use the Golden Knight ability, so yeah. Okay, he goes Golden Knight. I'm gonna put my ability, hit the Phoenix, and protect my princess, and go for a Goblin Barrel just to pressure. Bad Tornado, I get 2 hits on the tower. Okay, I'm gonna go for Goblins here at the bridge, and then Princess break the bomber. No, it jumped the Phoenix egg. Okay, it's fine, I guess. Just gonna Ice Spirit there, make sure that the Golden Knight will die, so we can get a dash out. Mighty Miner predict for the cannon. Nice. Okay, gonna go for a Goblin Barrel here. Okay, he wasted the Phoenix. He has a Tornado at 3. Gonna Princess the bridge once he tornadoes. Alright, Princess. Nice. Very, very good. I'm gonna kite the Phoenix with my goblins. Nice. He's already at 1000 HP. This is really good for me. I played single elixir, so nice. He doesn't use Bard Barrel. He must have Mirror. He doesn't use Bard Barrel. I'm gonna have a Spirit here for the Golden Knight and a log. I'm gonna go for a Goblin Barrel here. Then I'll cycle my cannon early so I can get a second cannon down. Yeah, he definitely has Mirror if he's ignoring that. Yeah, there it is. Okay, just gonna Princess in the corner here so he can't get a good lightning value. Gonna go for Goblins just to cycle. Gonna go for a Barrel to cycle to another cannon. Gonna go for a second cannon right here. Okay. Not really worried about the Phoenix. Gonna go for a Mighty Miner here. Gonna rocket the E-Giant and the Golden Knight, Brett. I just missed the E-Giant with my rocket. This Rocket's Academy right there. Nice. Well, at least I still won, but I ended the game with missing a rocket, so I don't really know what to say about that one. I guess I won and I lost at the same time. But I'll also take that. Alright, I'm in the next game here against Cody. Cody's gonna go for a Goblin Barrel here. He's probably playing Mortar. He's been playing Mortar every single time he faced him these last few days, so probably gonna be Mortar. He's gonna go for Mighty Miner here, and then gonna Ice Spirit for the Mortar just to tank for it. Pretty nice damage to start there. This matchup's nearly impossible in my opinion. Probably the worst matchup in the game for me. He's gonna go for a cannon here on the Mortar. I can almost never win this. It's so hard for me to win. Just can't really keep up with damage, and the Archer Queen is too good against Mighty Miner after the change. He's gonna rocket there on that Queen. Pretty nice rocket there, just so I don't have to deal with the Queen. He's probably gonna Miner. Okay, got a Goblin Pro. I just heard the Miner. I heard the Miner and placed my Goblin straight away. That's my bad. I didn't even wait to see what side I was going to. I just heard it and I placed it. So I have to take like 500 damage there for free. So that was just bad by me. I'm gonna go for a Princess at the bridge on the right because I want to go opposite. Gonna cannon here on the Mortar since I knew he'd have to defend the Princess and he couldn't defend the Mortar.
Unknown caller.
I see how he plays, bro. I see how he plays, bro. I see how he plays. I see how he plays, man. Oh, he's such a little baby. Such a little baby. Why are you eating the chopstick? Why are you eating? Why are you? Why are you eating chopstick? Oh, this is cock. Oh, he's such a little baby. This is his cock. What are you saying? Eating chop. Chops. Such a little baby. This is his cock. Get real. Get real, man. Get real, man. Get not a weed. Minimal. Not a little boy. Not a little boy. Shaped like a chop. Looks like a chopstick. Get a real man. Filipino fucks, bro. Yo, oh, Skylar saw the message. Yo, I said, oh, he's such a little baby. Is that the size of his cock? I said, oh my god. Oh my god. He saw it 51 minutes ago. It's 12:54, 12:48. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, such a little baby, bro. Just shut the fuck. You need a real. I think you need a real one. You need a real man, please. You need a real one. Please. That's fine. Make it so. Sounds cool. It sounds fun. Oh. Oh. Oh god, this is so fucking. Real man, please. So, okay. Oh, dude, focus, bro. Oh my god, I can't. I don't have energy. Oh. Should I listen to music? Oh no. I'm just tired as fuck. I don't know why. Should I eat dark chocolate? There's 2 pieces of dark chocolate left. I should get some dark chocolate, yeah. Oh, dude, I'm so tired. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I don't have energy, bro. I'm just on my fucking. I have to search for jobs, bro. I have to search for jobs. A problem. I have to search for jobs, bro. Ah, ah. Define the club. How do you turn these on? Oh, shit. Oh, guys. Oh, I'm so tired. I don't know, bro. I slept, but I'm still tired. I think because of the walk yesterday. I'm gonna lie down and nap for like, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. I'm so tired. I can't handle this, bro. What time is it? It's 1:11. I think I'm gonna sleep. So yeah, okay. Oh. All right. Guys. Oh. Where's the fucking thing? Still fucking streaming, bro. Guys, I gotta sleep. It's 1:17 p.m. I gotta sleep. I'm gonna end the stream. Bye. I'm gonna start again once I'm awake. Ugh.